Hello everyone, welcome to my 3K question and answer video. It has been quite a journey from where I began in 2021 till now, and it's crazy to think about the fact that there are just over 3,000 of you out there that decided to subscribe to my channel. I genuinely can't thank you enough. I did post on my channel to get some questions from you guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and answer them. So our first question is, do you have any plans to do just trigger videos instead of roleplay ASMR? And my answer to that is I do not really plan to do just trigger videos. Because I don't live in a quiet enough area to be able to make them. I live in an apartment complex next to an international airport, as well as right off of a freeway, and next to a railroad. So I have to do a lot of editing to get background noise out of my audio. And unfortunately, that does mean that any of the editing that I do would remove the sounds of the triggers, which would completely defeat the point of making them. Our next question is, what is the worst part of making videos? I would say the worst part of making videos for me is trying to find scripts. I don't write all of my scripts as much as I wish I could. Another aspect is burnout, which is a real downer. I hate having to force myself to sit down and record because I want to make content, but I don't have the energy to do it all the time. I also find it really draining to edit my own audios because I hate the sound of my own voice. It's grating to me and it causes me so much anxiety to try to do it all in one sitting. I can only edit for about 5 minutes at a time, and it takes about 2 hours to edit a 15-minute audio. Schedule for uploading. I usually recommend at least once per week as a pretty solid schedule. Sometimes you'll miss an upload or a few, but you know, that's life. But it's really whatever your IRL schedule allows for and how fast you can edit and get graphics done, etc. As long as you consistently upload, you know. I know people that upload on the same day every month, only once a month, and they have like 10K plus subscribers. It's more about consistency than it is playing a game of uploading. Our next question is, do you have any tips for growing a channel? And if there is anything that I have learned in doing this for 4 years, it is that consistency is the key to growth. As long as you upload consistently, YouTube will recommend your channel. And by consistent, I don't mean it has to be frequent. Even if you only upload like once a month, as long as it is on the same day every month, it's technically consistent. What are your future content plans? I plan to continue the ASMR roleplay thing as long as I can. But long term, I will probably continue to work on a gaming aspect as well. I do enjoy playing games, even if they're bad, and I'm bad. Mostly because it's a time filler. I can't just sit with the thoughts in my head because it drives me crazy. So I play games, write scripts, stuff like that. I am also in the process of writing a little novel that maybe one day will get published. Do I think it will? No. But I can always hope and dream. Our next question is, do you have plans on doing Patreon again? I do not. I won't be doing Patreon again. It didn't really serve any purpose because I can do everything on my YouTube memberships that I was doing on Patreon. personally, I don't make NSFW content, so YouTube memberships are actually better for me. And I can have everything automatically released publicly from members only. I don't have to use extra brain cells on that front. Thoughts on NSFW ASMR? I personally am not an NSFW ASMR creator. I have done NSFW content before, and it's just not my kind of thing. It is uncomfortable to edit, and it's uncomfortable for me to listen to. And I personally will not be creating any. This is one of the reasons that I suspended my Patreon account. How and when did you and FaZe meet? So, FaZe and I met 5 years ago on another ASMR roleplay creators Discord server. We had casual chat conversations, but it wasn't really a, private relationship building, anything like that. He was one of my first subscribers, actually. We've been friends for a long while. So, our next question is how to trigger FaZe. I mean, have you seen my cooking videos? Have you seen him react to them? I feel like that is pretty self-explanatory. Is there anyone in particular that you'd want to collab with? Not really. Usually if I want to collab with someone, I just message them and ask. I think that there is maybe one creator that I'd like to sit down and pick their brain about some behind the scenes kind of stuff, and that is Earl Grey Audios. Because I love their sound design, and they are really good at getting background noise out. So I would love to sit and just chat with them about that. But other than that, I've pretty much collabed with everyone that I've wanted to so far. Our next question is, what is your favorite soda? So I am a root beer / Dr. Pepper / Coke Zero person. It might just be a me thing, I guess. I don't know. I really like root beer floats. I drink Dr. Pepper, and when I get stressed out, I casually drink Coke Zero. Which my boss did notice. So today he saw me start to get a little bit stressed out, and he just handed me a Coke Zero. He's like, here. I'm like, what's this? He's like, you look like you need a Coke Zero. Thank you. So yeah. Our next question is, what do you make music with? Usually I would recommend instruments. So yeah. Which, by the way, random lore drop, I can play both the guitar and the flute. What do you think the one thing you need to make your channel absolutely perfect would be? The answer to that is time. If I had more free time to work on content creation, then I would be able to put more effort into it, and it would be better. But I work a 7 to 5 job. I wake up at 5 a.m. and by the time I get home, I don't have much energy. I feed my cats, talk to my partner for about an hour, and then usually I'm off to bed. My content stuff is done on my days off, which usually are Saturday and Sunday. Saturday is reserved for Twitch, and Sundays for YouTube. Would you rather have infinite bacon but no game, or infinite game but no bacon? A joke's on you. The answer is infinite bacon, because I've lived for 24 years with no game. Do you put all of your eggs in a single basket? If yes, what do you cook when they're cracked? Yes, because I eat a lot of scrambled eggs, so even if they crack, that doesn't matter much. They're just pre-scrambled. what are your thoughts on the ASMR roleplay community? I feel like for the most part, a lot of the voice actors that I know are absolutely amazing, and the listeners are really sweet. Unfortunately, I have seen some toxic things in the community, from actors just not being all that they seem, if you know what I mean, and also listeners coming into parasociality, having parasocial relationships with the voice actors, which that's not necessarily with a voice actor. It's basically the creator, creates boyfriend or girlfriend ASMR roleplay kind of thing, and the listener basically takes that to another level of, in their mind, it's real, and this person is actually their partner when they're not. So those are some negatives, but for the most part, I've had some really good interactions with both creators and listeners. So, yeah. Do you still enjoy making ASMR roleplay videos, or does it feel more like a job? In some ways, I enjoy making roleplay videos still, and in some ways, it feels like a job. When the burnout hits hard is usually when it feels like a job. Usually I have to force myself to sit down and record, and sometimes I can't even manage that, so I decide to take a week off. Sometimes life gets really busy and I don't have time to record. Recently I've been having Ashmoth Audio edit my audios because I really hate the sound of my own voice, and it gets to me on a really deep personal level. One thing that creators in this community joke about is that in order to be a quote-unquote real voice actor, you have to hate your voice, because so many of us do. For me, trying to edit my own content is really anxiety-inducing, and I cannot stand it. What was the most difficult video to record that you can recall up until this point, and why? I think the most difficult one to record would have been the Shadows of Scotland videos, because I was a total idiot and decided to ask two Scottish guys to do the video with me. And I'm clearly not Scottish, on top of being horrible at that accent. And I was also living in my car at the time, so trying to record was a nightmare. So yeah, that's the answer to that question. How and why did you decide to start making YouTube videos? So this is a question that I get asked a lot, and the answer is I lost a bet. I uploaded one video to make a point in a bet, and I lost the bet. So I kept uploading because I wanted to see how far I could get with a video, or with a channel. I never thought I'd get over 100 subscribers, and here I am 4 years later having just hit 3,000. It's absolutely mind-boggling to me, and I really can't believe I managed to make it here. So, these were all of the questions that were left for me on my post. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I managed to answer your questions. Always feel free to leave questions down in the comments. If I don't get back to them immediately, I might save them for my next Q&A or something like that. And don't forget that you can check me out on Twitch, Talia_Wolf. I stream usually on Saturdays. Yeah, and then sometimes I'll stream with friends and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, night, whatever, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. Bye.